Everyone's talking about quiet quitting, so today we're going to talk about what it is and if quiet quitting is right for you. Hi, I'm Tiffany Sims, a holistic wellness and high performance coach who specializes in helping humans just like you overcome and prevent burnout. So, what is quiet quitting? It seems to be taking over TikTok and it's causing a disruption in the workplace. Quiet quitting is putting in the minimum amount of effort required to fly under the radar without getting fired. And I believe it started years ago as employees felt the squeeze of downsizing in their companies, while the workload increased with little recognition, compensation, or reprieve. I don't know about you, but I've heard we just have to get through this. It's gonna lighten up. It's gonna get better. Like, just stick it out a little longer. This can't last forever. And that was like 5 years later, we were having the same conversation and nothing changed, right? And we went into the pandemic where everyone kind of got this like a little bit of breathing room to realize that there was more to life than like hustling at work. And when we came back, we were like, wait a second, I don't want to go back to the way we were working before. So let's try to work this out. But here we are post pandemic, and things have taken a turn from us trying to establish healthy work boundaries while meeting the performance standards to being disengaged and just going through the motions, hoping a new job will land in our lap for better pay and respect. So whether you agree or disagree that quiet quitting is the way to take back control and stop employers from getting away with overworking their employees just because they can, because you sign a contract and because you need the income, today, I kind of want to talk about what's happening to you during this process because you're what's important. Employees, the people are what make companies run and thrive. And so I want to go over that, how this is what's happening to you during this process of quiet quitting, and why you might want to reevaluate your tactics if you are currently quiet quitting. Sound good? Let's go. So I'm going to start strong and share the biggest, most impactful reason why quiet quitting is hurting you and your personal life. The one thing that you're fighting so hard to protect. There are 24 hours in a day. We can all agree that's true. Yeah. So let's say you get 7 hours of sleep, on average, we spend about 2.5 hours a day in the car going to and from work, school, sports, etc. Spend an hour, and that is generous, especially if you are a female. Let's say you spend an hour getting ready and another hour and a half eating, cooking, using the bathroom, all those little things. That's 12 hours of your day right there, poof, gone. You don't have them. Like, they're not yours, right? Now, let's talk about the other 12 hours in your day. You spend 8 of them at work. We're just going to go with 8. Most people have a 40-hour work week, and that's the thing that everyone's trying to strive for. Like, they just want to put in the 40 hours and go home. So those 8 hours, that's 47.6% of your active day. How can you play along with me for a second? How can you expect to go through 47% of the active part of your day disengaged, coasting by, irritated that someone asked you to write a report, and consciously doing the bare minimum, and then expect to be vibrant, energetic, and happy when you leave the office? You can't. You are setting yourself up for failure. And so, sure, it's refreshing at first when you like take your foot off the gas and you start saying no thank you to things and start trying to establish some healthy boundaries. Yeah, it feels amazing. But over time, and I'm not saying don't create healthy boundaries. I'm saying this that leads when we go from the healthy boundaries, the conversation, the being a high performer who's getting everything they need to get done in the time they have so that they can go on to the next thing. But when you go into that disengaged, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm just going to do the bare minimum to keep from getting fired until I find something better. Over time, those people are finding themselves miserable. They're absolutely miserable over a period of time. Healthy humans, active humans, high-performing humans who feel harmony between their health, relationships, and the way they earn money, they need healthy challenges. They need to be a part of a team with a mission. We're social, tribe-based beings. And when we aren't fully engaged in the pieces of our daily tribe, the wheels start to fall off. And people start falling into that like cynical, unfulfilled, life just sucks vortex. And now everything starts to feel a little less shiny. So, guess what? A new employer, no matter how great their company culture is, will not hire someone who is disengaged in their current position. It doesn't matter how amazing you were at your job before you checked out or all the reasons why you checked out. They're not going to hire you because it's that company's, because that energy that you're bringing in, if you've been disengaged, is poison to the new workplace that you're trying to get into. And that employer that you're hoping will hire you needs to protect their people, which means that they need to protect the energy and environment that their people work in. And so bringing someone who's been disengaged, flying under the radar, who's just like going through the motions, you're not welcome in this house kind of deal. Does that make sense? So, what should you do if you're done? Because it happens, and there are times where it is appropriate to exit one job for a new one, even if it's lateral or maybe even a step backwards. There's times to be done and to move on. So, my recommendation to you, that's my job, right? To push you a little bit, to give you the recommendations to help you thrive. My recommendation today, find a way to be a part of the team again, that team that you disengaged from. Maybe it means identifying your current skill set and listing out the skills you need to develop to be a valuable asset in your next interview. And then go find opportunities, seek them out. Don't wait for someone to give them to you. Go ask for them, seek them out to be of service in your current role and develop those skills right now with the job you have, with the income that is secure. So, whatever you choose, you need to find a way to re-engage so that recruiters are knocking at your door when your resume hits their inbox. And if you need help, I host a workshop every Friday called Ditch the Burnout Without Quitting Your Job, where I teach the 3 requirements to overcoming and preventing burnout so that you stop surviving the day and start thriving in all aspects of your life. Click the link, it's somewhere here around this screen to register, and I'll see you soon. Bye.